Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to check the videos out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and discuss in this video, so before we get into it, be sure to hit the like button to help the video out and show your support, and if you are new here to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. The first topic talks about a studio, a newly founded studio, that being Deviation Games. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the studio, although some of you might not be. If you are not familiar with the studio, it's a new AAA studio that is being formed or has been formed by veteran developers who worked on Call of Duty as well as some other major AAA FPS shooters, and they did partner with Sony to create a new AAA IP. So we have our first significant update on what the studio has been up to and what they're doing right now behind the scenes. So this is reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, and it says, with the year drawing to a close, now is the time for studios to look back on the year gone by and look ahead to the future. New studio Deviation Games, who have partnered with Sony to develop their first title, is no different as they've revealed their 2022 plans. The groundbreaking AAA new IP will begin production next year after several months in the pre-production stage. Deviation's CCO Jason Blundell explained what the studio was up to in a message to the community. It was a video message. Throughout the last 12 to 18 months, the studio's new title has been in pre-production, and they've been doing a lot of foundational work. According to Blundell, when making a game of this kind of ambition and scope, this involves, quote, thinking about your platform, thinking about your key hooks of your game, building your narrative, building your tech innovations right. What are you doing to set the industry on fire? What are you doing to get people excited? What are you doing differently, unquote. Specific details on the game are still to be revealed. We have no idea of its genre or anything like that. However, the team has been thinking about the game's visual style. They don't want it to follow any of the current visual trends, and it should have an ownable visual style and ownable characters. They want their game to be instantly recognizable as soon as someone sees a screenshot of it. They've also been thinking about the story and gameplay. Quote, how are you telling a story differently? How are you making core gameplay that engages a community in a new way? When we set Deviation up, it was a very specific goal to deviate away from the humdrum, the normal, from the boring, from the things we've seen 1,000 times. What can Deviation do that can lay forward a new road, a new place to go that engages a community? It's easy for people to pick up that want a very simple story and then have the depth, the replayability, a place for fans, a place for people to kind of fall in love with our world, fall in love with our characters, bring entertainment that you'll remember for years and years after once you finished playing the game. No story, no matter how good it is, matters if the gameplay is not fun. If we do not have core mechanics, then why are you going to want to listen to a story? The holy grail that we are looking for is the marriage between game design and storytelling. While 2021 was about building the company up from 10 to 15 employees to its current total of 100 to 110 people, 2022 is when the game will begin to take shape. Their new title will enter its first real year production. Hopefully, this will mean we'll hear more about the game at some point next year. So I know that was a lot to take in, but I thought that this was a pretty significant update for Deviation Games. There's no doubt that it's going to be a very long time until we get this game in our hands. I'm thinking it's going to likely be a 2024 title. I would be surprised if it came out before then, but I have to tell you, I am liking what I'm hearing from Jason Blundell. Some of you may actually know who Jason Blundell is. He was a key figure at Treyarch during the Zombies heyday, although Zombies is still big for Call of Duty and at Treyarch, but I mean, when it was really kind of at its peak, he was the one leading that charge there, and a lot of veteran developers followed him to the studio, and as you can see here, they went from 10 to 15 employees to over 100, and that's definitely a lot. You can tell that they're striving for something big here, and I saw that some people were wondering, why did Sony sign this team so quickly? Why were they so quick to get on board and take such a big risk? Well, clearly they had a very good pitch. You can tell by the way Jason Blundell talks about this game that they are going for something very big here, and they are not only focused on having the core gameplay mechanics be top-notch, they're talking about storytelling, and they're also talking about innovating. These sound like things that Sony is looking for, and I have to imagine that this is going to be good in the end, right? Like, I can't say for sure that this is going to be a good game or even a great game. We are way too far out to know that, but I'm liking what I'm hearing. And if they can execute on everything they're talking about in a significant way, this could be a huge game. Like, this could be a very huge game. They're calling it a groundbreaking AAA new IP. Sounds very hyperbolic, but I mean, they are, you know, they're going big here. So can't wait to end up seeing what it is that they're working on. You can let me know your thoughts about that down in the comments below. We're moving on from that, talking once again about Horizon Forbidden West. This is again reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, and it says Guerrilla Games' highly anticipated Horizon Forbidden West graces the cover of December's Game Informer magazine, which reveals a ton of new information about the title, including its new skill tree. Highlights from the feature have been shared on Reddit by user PelbyTurn, who shared that Horizon Forbidden West will accommodate 6 different categories of playstyles, each of which will come with a unique ability as well as 20 to 30 skills each. However, players will be able to mix and match skills. The 6 categories are Warrior, which focuses on melee attacks, Trapper, which focuses on trapping enemies, Survivor, that's focusing on health and resources, Infiltrator is stealth focused, and Hunter is focused on ranged attacks, and Machine Master, which is focused on Hacker. Their unique abilities are called Valor Surge moves, while Aloy's outfits will help boost certain skills. Their effectiveness can be increased by allotting points earned by playing. Speaking of skills, we've also learned that Aloy will be able to test some of her skills out at melee pits, which are a new type of side content alongside challenging players. Melee pits will teach them how to chain melee attacks together and form combo moves. In addition to the above, Guerrilla Games has said that players will fight alongside non-playable characters more often now, who will assist in battle in various ways, like providing ammo. There's also a new workbench system that allows players to upgrade their weapons and armor. However, Horizon Forbidden West will require players to search for specific machine parts in order to upgrade their equipment, so it won't be as simple as collecting scraps. Last but not least, Aloy will have a friend named Alva, who is a member of a mysterious new tribe that hasn't been revealed yet. So a lot of good information that we're getting here, courtesy of Game Informer and the individuals who are sharing this from their Game Informer subscriptions. And man, it really sounds like there is a lot to unpack here, and I like this. You know, this is showing a lot of depth that is involved here with the different skill trees and being able to kind of, you know, create a unique play style that suits how you want to play the game. I really, really like this, and I think that this is going to go a very long way in differentiating just how it feels to play Horizon Forbidden West versus how it may have felt to play Horizon Zero Dawn. I can't wait to see, you know, how in depth the new workbench is, and I'm certainly interested to know what this new tribe is that we still don't know about. Again, everything I hear about Horizon Forbidden West, it's getting me more excited, and I can't wait for February 18th. It's going to be a good day. So let me know what you think about this new information regarding Horizon Forbidden West. The final topic we're talking about is pretty interesting. I didn't think that we would be doing a follow-up on this so soon, but maybe it's a good thing we are. We are once again talking about Silent Hill, but specifically we have some comments from Guillermo Del Toro because he actually clarified what was going on when he made the Silent Hill reference during the Game Awards. So again, reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, when prominent horror director Guillermo Del Toro mentioned Silent Hill during the Game Awards 2021, many fans speculated that it was him teasing his involvement with an upcoming title in the franchise. However, Del Toro has clarified that it was simply a jab at Konami. Furthermore, he reiterated previous statements that he is no longer considering working on video games after the cancellation of Hideo Kojima's Silent Hill game. In an interview with the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, the director stated that the comment was only to, quote, tickle the ribs, unquote, of Konami, the current owners of the Silent Hill IP. Additionally, Del Toro lamented that he still doesn't quite understand why the company decided to can the project after the release of the PT demo. Quote, it's just one of those things in my life that makes no sense. I kind of just wanted to tickle the ribs of Konami because I don't understand. That was so perfect. What we were going to do was enthralling, unquote. It continues by saying it's no wonder Guillermo Del Toro feels this way, as the proposed Silent Hill title sounds like a horror fanatic's dream come true. It would have brought together game designer Hideo Kojima, director Del Toro, horror manga author Junji Ito, and Death Stranding actor Norman Reedus. Unfortunately, that dream never came to fruition, as we all know. So, yeah, this was pretty interesting to me because I still think there's something a little strange here. I have no doubt that, you know, Guillermo Del Toro is still upset about this. I mean, it's understandable why he would be. He clearly was very passionate about this project and was devastated when he learned that, you know, Konami was just like, nope, we're not doing it, because it did sound like the perfect horror game was about to be made, and they just stopped it in its tracks. I mean, we are far enough removed that it still just seems so random to me. You know, I think like that's the part that I kind of can't shake. If you look at the build up to the Game Awards, you know, there was all this talk of Jeff Keighley, you got to reveal Silent Hill. Come on, it has to happen here. And it didn't happen. And then Kojima came up on screen, introduced a new movie, and, you know, left people feeling a little bit disappointed that, okay, well, we kind of thought Hideo Kojima would be there in a more significant way, but, you know, he technically did show up. We see the movie trailer, the movie looks great, then Del Toro comes on and he just randomly makes this comment about the art direction. I mean, it was pre-recorded as well, so you have to imagine that it goes beyond just him wanting to poke at Konami. But then again, there is also the other side of the coin where if you are taking what he's saying for face value and nothing more, and he really was just doing it for the sake of doing it, then maybe it tells you that there is such an outcry for Silent Hill to return that even, you know, people like Guillermo Del Toro are kind of getting on that and being like, yeah, Konami, come on, you know, you got to make it happen. It's been long enough, right? So I don't know. I still have my suspicions. I still think that the timing of that and just how random it was just too strange. But for now, you know, I'm just going to leave it be. And if anything else does come of it, we'll see. However, I do want to say, regardless of whether or not he was teasing something, right, or hinting at something, I do believe him when he says he's not involved in video games anymore, because after, you know, what happened, it's understandable why he wouldn't want to be. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you found it informative. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.